Hey. Busy?
That your homework?
All done.
I was just giving mine a reread.
Ready to share?
You?
Well, that's what we're here for, right? Get a grip on what happened to us and why.
Your aunt, your great aunt, Vicky, told me to remember a time when I hit rock bottom and that it was hope that brought me back. So I guess I'm in the right place, huh?
Mom, if you're in there, please open the door. Mom, I just want to talk to you. Please just open the door. I just want to make sure that you're okay. Please. Mom, I've been worried about you. You're scaring me.
Schedules go out on Thursdays, paychecks every other Fridays, deliveries every morning, except just paper goods on Mondays. And, am I talking too much?
No, I appreciate it. And there's probably going to be some new rules.
Okay.
Look, I know you need a flexible schedule, so if you need any extra time off, just ask for it. I'm just raised by a single mom and know how tough it can be.
I think I'm really going to like the new management. But I'm not exactly doing it alone these days. Rex is really stepping up. At least I hope so.
So, how do we like the Flyers this year?
Okay, I guess.
Look, Shane, about before, about me and your mom, I'm sure you have a lot of questions, don't you?
Not really. Can I go now?
No, actually, you can't. We need to talk about this. You see, when a guy loves a woman, or another guy, you know, whatever, whoever, that makes no difference to me. Anyway,
it's called sex. I get it. Can't we talk about drugs instead?
Explain this.
Explain what? What is that?
Don't even think about playing dumb.
This is marijuana, Matthew.
Well?
Is there something you want to tell us?
I've never seen that before in my life. Is it Coles?
Coles? That kid has been nothing but a great friend to you, and now you want to throw him under the bus?
We know exactly whose this is. It's not Coles. This is yours, Matthew.
So you already know about sex, huh?
I'm not a little kid.
What is it exactly you know? Seriously, a lot gets said about sex. Some of it's true, but a lot of it's not even close.
Do we have to talk about this?
I didn't want to talk about it either when I was your age.
Did Grandma Roxy talk to you about it?
No! Let's not even imagine that scenario. No, I was living with my aunt back then. She pretty much wanted to pretend sex didn't even exist. I just kind of hoped I'd figure it out, which turned out to be a huge mistake.
Why? Because you got my mom pregnant with me?
How do you know that joint is even mine?
It came out of your backpack.
You were going through my stuff?
What, your stuff? Everything you have was paid for by your mom or me.
So that gives you the right to invade my privacy
You don't trust me?
I don't think you're giving us a lot of reason to.
Okay. I'm sorry I lied. I'm just trying to keep a friend out of some trouble.
What
What's that
friend?
supposed to mean?
I'm not going to tell you his name. He's just in some trouble with his parents, and he didn't want to get caught with that, so he asked me to hold it. That's all I'm doing. I swear, I would never touch that stuff. You believe me, right?
Not for a second.
What happened? Are you okay?
I'm fine, really.
Yeah, I don't think so. What's going on? Is there someone in this room with you?
No, just me.
What are you doing here?
How did you even find me here?
John. When you didn't come home, I thought something happened to you. I called John. He said you were here. Whose room is
It's
this?
just a friend's. He let me stay for the night.
Why didn't you just come home?
Because it's not my home. I can't go back there.
Hey,
Wes?
you work here?
Yeah, for a while. When did you start?
I got hired right before New Year's.
Did you know the place got sold?
Nobody told me. You meet the new owner yet?
Yeah, he's around here somewhere. He doesn't say much, but he's really nice.
I'm glad to hear it, because I need the job. Not much out there right now.
Why are you sticking around Landview?
But he's not doing so great. No way was I bailing and leaving him on his own.
How'd it go?
Okay, I guess. Writing it down takes a lot of time. Didn't get any big breakthrough.
Thought it was a good idea at the time, you know. Write down everything we remembered from when we got sick. See if it sparked anything.
So?
I didn't figure out anything I didn't already know.
I hear you. But maybe a fresh pair of eyes, one of us might see something the other didn't.
You want to compare notes?
Ladies first. Well, where do I start? I guess I want to say I'm sorry. And I mean that, I really do. I'm sorry. Because the reason you're not here with us, the reason that you died, because I killed you.
Hi, guys.
Gigi.
Here to see John in action?
Of course. I can't believe he bought this place.
What do you mean? Dark bar is a perfect place for a guy like John. He'll be totally at home here.
Sit. Oh, thank you. You know what? He's actually been a great boss. And if he's as good to his customers as he is his employees, there won't be any problems.
Hey, man, I don't think we met. I'm John, the new owner.
Nice to meet you, Humble.
I get you not wanting to live at Norris. I mean, I had the same problem when I first moved in, when we all thought that you know. I mean, I can see why you wouldn't want to live at Norris, but it's an easy fix. All right, we can move out, get our own place. Maybe we can get our old apartment.
No, it's not so easy.
Well, okay, well, if it's money you're worried about, I'm sure Nora or Clint will float us until you decide what you want to do.
I know what I want. I want you to be the Buchanans with Nora.
Why?
Because it's the best thing for you.
Oh, Mom, the best thing for me is to be with you.
Not when I can't take care of you, and I'm sorry, but I can't.
I don't need taken care of.
Yes, you do. You do, more than you think you do. And right now, I need to be alone.
I did this to you. And to start. I was going to make my daughter believe her baby had died. And then, of course, it happened. I made it happen. Just by thinking it, I made it be true. And I told myself, I'm starve or greed, even if it's for something that isn't true. Now she'll never love me again. There's no way. Why would she? So now what? God won't let me die. And I really don't want to live like this. I do now.
I don't remember much from when Tess took over. All I remember is meeting Bess, somebody I'd never been aware of before, which makes me wonder, why did Bess suddenly show up? Where did she come from, and what is she hiding? And what can she do that I can't? See? Nothing new.
Maybe we're asking too much from this. Or you need some distance, you let it get cold, something might come to you.
Let's hear yours. Maybe you'll have better luck.
You were not a mistake. Shane, you and your mom are the best things that have ever happened to me.
So you meant for my mom to get pregnant with me?
No, that was not the plan.
So I'm an accident.
You were something I didn't know how much I wanted until you came into my life. The mistake was thinking that sex was no big deal. Nobody ever taught me that it was supposed to mean something, that it's supposed to be when you really love somebody.
So you didn't love Mom back then?
I didn't even know what love was. I was young, too stupid. Then I mentioned selfish. I just cared about myself, didn't care about hurting anybody else, even if I really cared about them. And I didn't do anything to keep her from getting pregnant. That was her problem. That was on her. She was on her own with a kid, our kid, who had to grow up without his dad. I really screwed up.
So, what is it that you're trying to tell me?
Don't be like your old man.
Can't believe you think I'm lying.
I haven't heard one word of truth come out of you yet. Now, do you want to know how I know?
No, but I'm sure he'll tell me, Commissioner.
Hey, don't you be disrespectful.
What? I've been like a model kid for 14 years, and all of a sudden you're gonna call me a liar?
Then give us a reason to believe you. Own up to it, Matthew. That's the only way you're going to start getting yourself out of this mess.
Okay, fine, you caught me. It's mine. You happy? All right, you don't need to make a federal case out of this, okay? It's only one joint.
Have you done this before?
No, I told you I've never done it, and I wasn't even going to.
Then how did you end up with it?
Everybody was getting them for some party this kid was throwing, and I didn't want to be the only loser who didn't.
You could forget about any party. And anybody that buys drugs, they're the loser. And you know that. Matthew, I've always told you, just say no.
Did you just say no?
I wasn't exactly role model material when I met your mom. I don't even know why she was into me. I sucked at treating people right. And that is the most important thing. If you are not 100% sure that you can treat the person you're with the respect that she deserves, you don't have any business messing around with her. And you both need to know that you both have to be there in case things don't go right.
Like having a kid.
Like having a kid you can't do right by. That's not the only thing. You don't want a disease either.
Did you get a disease?
No. No, I got lucky, but a lot of people don't.
I really don't think this is the problem. I don't even have a girlfriend anymore.
Anymore? You had a girlfriend?
We broke up. She was too immature.
But you weren't,
I'm 10. But she wanted to start kissing with tongues. And I was like, no way.
Good. It's good that you didn't let this girl pressure you into something you weren't ready for. That's cool. But if the time comes where you're ready to start kissing with tongues or whatever, just know you come talk to me. Okay, ask any questions.
Are we
It's all
done now?
good. as long as you promise you'll listen to what I just said.
Only if you promise you won't do it in the living room again.
Deal.
What are you doing here?
I work here.
Since when?
Since I got hired, apparently right before you took over.
Glad to see you two out and about.
Oh, well, I figured that maybe if I act normal, I might feel normal. I realize that sounds crazy. It is crazy.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Well, enough about me. How are you and Rex and Shane?
Rex and Shane, they're good. They're having a little talk right now.
Oh, a talk about what? Sex?
I, myself, tried to talk to Shane about it a couple of times, but we both got embarrassed and, you know, we didn't get very far. But today, well, we couldn't really avoid the subject anymore.
Why?
Because Shane walked in on Rex and
having sex?
I don't think they heard you in the next county.
Was Shane freaked out?
Oh, he didn't see that much. It's not like he's scarred for life, right?
No, yeah, John walked in on Mom and Dad, and, you know, look how well he turned out.
Michael, if you're trying to help, don't.
Why do you go home?
Don't know. She was there when I left. I told her she was welcome to stay.
Obviously, you heard my conversation with her.
I heard.
Good. You understand what she's been through. You also understand why I need to make sure she's in good hands.
Marty's tougher than you think, and she can take care of herself.
Mom, you're too hard on yourself. You're doing great. I mean, look, you came to Hope's funeral. You remembered me when I was a kid.
Oh, just once, and it was just a flash.
But it was something. You gave me a book of Lewis Carroll poems because you knew I would like it. You can't give up now that we're actually getting somewhere.
No, we're not. All those things I did for you, I did because I was supposed to, not because it's coming naturally to me.
That's okay.
No, it's not okay. You need more. You deserve more.
I know it's hard, but you'll get there.
I've been trying so hard to connect to you. So hard. And it's not working. And don't you see, the harder I try, the more I feel like a fraud.
Okay, I'll back off. I won't push so much.
No, it's not you! You're not the problem. I don't want you to handle me. It's just not working. And, I need to try something different.
God, I remember the first time I held your mom. I didn't want to at first. I thought, no way. If I hold her, that's it, man, it's over. I'm never gonna want to let her go. And that's exactly what happened. Vicky handed her to me, and I just... I don't know, I just changed right there on the spot. Something opened up in me, and I realized for the first time I could love someone else fully, you know? No conditions. And I made a promise there to myself. I said, I'm never going to hurt this child. Or any child. But I did. I broke that promise many times. And now your mom doesn't want to be my little girl anymore. I lost my little star, and I made her lose you. Her hope.
Bosra was as bad as ever. Didn't know who was helping us during the day and setting IEDs at night. We were moving in that convoy when they got hit. Garza, Burroughs, everybody else. Blown to pieces. It could have been us. 10 more feet and it would have been our truck. Then we heard about that house where those bastards were hiding out. And we busted in, we rounded them up. We thought we had secured the area. When suddenly I heard a noise behind me. I didn't even think. I just fired. When I moved in a little bit later, I saw... It wasn't one of the insurgents. It was a kid. A little kid. 10, 11 at most, like Shane.
You okay? Brody, what's wrong?
The kid. He's here.
Do you want me to get Dr. Lemon?
No, go, please.
Okay. Okay. What's the boy doing?
He's just standing there, like he's waiting.
What's he saying?
Nothing. He doesn't talk.
Do you talk to him?
Except to ask him what he's doing here, but he never answers.
No. I mean, really talk to him. Have you ever tried?
No.
Do you want to?
I don't know what I'd say.
Well, you could tell him everything that you've told me, Dr. Lemon, what you've said in group. You could read to him from your notebook.
Oh, we could with that, too.
Well, maybe if you could tell him that, you didn't mean to, maybe the boy would say something back.
What are you doing here?
I came to see my baby.
How much did you hear of?
All of it. After everything that you've done, it should be easy for me to hate you. But you make it so hard. You keep acting like the only person I lost in this situation was Hope, but I lost you. Me and Jack and Sam, we lost our father. And when I found out that Hope died, do you have any idea how difficult it was for me not to call you?
I just didn't think.
Because you never do. You just thought that you would always have me, that I would always be there. Just like I always thought that Hope would live a happy and healthy and long life.
Star. Do you think if I learned to... Do you think if I stopped taking you so much for granted, that there's a chance that we could be okay again?
I know this is hard for you to understand.
You're right, I don't.
I'm just trying to figure things out. Trying to figure myself out.
See, I can help you do that. But not if you run away, all right? That isn't you.
See, that's why I need my space, because everyone keeps telling me who I am, and I don't feel any of it. Like last night, I'm doing things that I don't make...
Wait, what? What'd you do last night?
You should know the difference between someone being strong and someone who's putting up a front.
Didn't seem like a front to me.
Of course not. You were bombed the whole time.
Funny, the only time I saw her get upset was when you showed.
Well, that's what happened when people have a history together.
Yeah, I get that. And I get it that you care about what happens to her, but I'm just dealing with what is. Not what you want it to be or what it used to be. Now, can I get back to work now, boss?
I'll be back in a minute.
So, how did Shane react when he saw you and Rex doing the deed?
He didn't turn to stone, which makes me wonder how much he actually knows.
I wouldn't worry about it, you know? I'm sure Rex knows more than Dan Savage and Dr. Ruth put together.
Who's Dr. Ruth?
You bet I just said no. Always. Nora?
You know, whatever you're father and I may or may not have done over the years is irrelevant.
But you use drugs all the time.
What are you talking about?
Didn't you go and get drunk after you found out Grandpa died?
Yes, what does that have to do with
Oh, yeah,
idiot?
and you also went on a 3-week bender in Texas after you found out about Lindsay. Alcohol's a drug.
Okay.
Are you going to quit drinking?
This is not about us.
And you have cocktails every night. You're both total hypocrites.
Wait a minute. Let's get something straight here. Alcohol is legal in this country, and we are both of age, and neither one of us has ever done any other kind of drug.
So you're telling me you went on 2 tours in Vietnam and never smoked up once?
Exactly, that's what I'm telling you. Never. Because I knew that if I survived the war, when I got back, your grandpa would have killed me. All right, obviously, you've heard the stories that some guys over there, they turned to this junk because they thought that it would help them get through. And some did get through, they made it home. Some others came home junkies. Some didn't make it home at all. Now, neither your mother nor I would ever turn to drugs under any circumstance.
Is that true?
I'm not saying that I haven't made my share of mistakes.
You see?
Well, I wasn't a 14-year-old high school freshman when I tried pot. I was in college. I was old enough to make my own decisions and to live by the consequences of my decisions. And besides, my parents would have killed me.
So as long as you're older, it's okay to break the law?
No, it's not quite that simple.
Yeah, and it's not that simple for me either. I'm the shortest kid in my class, and the only reason why I don't get beat up every day is because Cole is my back. And all the kids that are getting lit up are looking at me like I'm gonna rat them out. Because you're the commissioner and you're the DA. So I bought 1 joint. 1. I'm not gonna turn into those guys in the war, and I'm not hurting anybody.
Yeah, nobody but yourself. But that's all over right now, because first thing tomorrow morning, you, your mother, and we're going to sit down and we're going to meet with your principal, and we're going to talk about who has the drugs and who's getting it for them.
The hell I am.
I never meant to kill you. I didn't even know who I was shooting at. I didn't know. You were just a kid. And every time I see another little kid, I'll think of you and how I cut your life short and how you'll never grow up and never get old, and all because of me. You must hate me. Isn't that why you keep showing up? That's what you want to say to me. And what? Don't you have something to say to me?
انت بتعرف.
Did he say something? What?
He says, I know.
Pardon me.
What's up with that? What's up with what? I saw you getting into it with that guy. You've been on this bar for like 45 minutes and you're already getting in a fight with your bartender?
You kidding me, Mike? You really care how I get along with this guy, huh?
Just looking out, that's all.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That'll be $8.50. I'm kidding. Get out of here.
Larry. No quarters.
Bar's all stocked.
Good. Need someone to make an ice run in a couple hours. That's how that was you ready for happy hour. You going somewhere?
Yeah, I thought after a little exchange earlier that I should look for another job.
So that's it? You're just gonna quit?
I assumed I was fired.
Assumption's the mother of all mistakes.
You just want me around so you can keep an eye on her.
You want the job or not?
Yeah.
Get back to work.
I'm glad you guys stopped by. How's everything?
We're good. Yeah, just help myself there, Gigi. Thanks. Really. Top-notch service right here.
I'm on it. I'll get you a soda. Okay? All right.
So, what have you guys been up to, huh?
Just hanging out.
Yeah? We're hanging out with John and my dad down at the piers in Atlantic City trying to fish. We'd never catch one single fish, but we get a lot of advice.
Rex was giving me advice, too.
Scary. Really? About what?
Sex.
Okay.
I told Shane that he could ask me anything he wanted to know, but there were a few questions that were kind of out of my league, so we came here. I figured he could maybe talk to his mom.
Michael's a doctor. He could tell me.
Yeah, sure. What do you want to know?
What's a clitoris?
I know how much this must be hurting you, and it must seem like the worst thing a mother could do. But I just can't do this anymore.
You can get help. It'll get better, you'll see.
I don't like what I'm doing to you.
To me?
I keep hurting you.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I see it in your face every time I look at you.
I'm sorry. I'll try harder.
How can you try? I may be your mother. I'm not the mother you grew up with, the mother you loved, the mother who loved you. I want that. I want that. God, I want that. And I want my son back. But I cannot get that if I don't get myself back.
What am I supposed to do? Just wait?
I know it's a lot to ask. I'm sorry. And I can't promise that there's going to be anything worth waiting for. I don't know. I just don't know. Be okay again? I don't know how to answer that. Because I don't know who you are. You look like the dad that raised me, the one that I loved since I was born, but you are not him. And I don't know where he went.
I'm gonna find him then. I'm gonna be that dad who you love, that dad who held you that first time. And I'm gonna be him. If it's the last thing I ever do. I realize that you'll never forget what I did, and maybe you won't even forgive me, but sorry, I can't. I can't take any of that stuff back. All I can do is move forward. I can try not to hurt the people I've already hurt, like you. I know that doesn't make up for anything, but it's the best I can give right now. Thank you.
For what?
For giving me a reason to go on. Someday, somehow, I'm gonna be worthy of your love again.
Mike and Marcy are taking Shane to the movies. Something PG or G, like a cartoon if there's one showing.
Sounding a little freaked out. Wasn't that bad?
Actually, I think I did okay.
Well, he's still talking to you, so that's a good sign, right?
I might just get the hang of this dad thing yet.
Hello?
You're still there.
Yeah, I wasn't quite ready to face the day.
I told you it was okay. I'm just checking in on you.
Yeah, and you've been so great. Which is why it makes it hard for me to ask you another favor.
Name it.
Would you mind if I stick around your place a little while longer? I mean, just until I figure out my next move.
Stay as long as you want, Martin. No problem.
to your father like that. You apologize to him.
You don't understand me. You don't even try.
You go to your room, Matthew. Right now. And you are going to do the right thing.
You know what? I didn't even want to smoke it, but now you're making me want to.
That went well.
What do you mean? You know what?
I know your dad.
What did the boy tell you?
He said, it's a lie.
Stay tuned for scenes from the next One Life to Live. One Life to Live?
The monster is that woman.
I saw Tess holding my baby.